Hey guys, it's Baby Powder, and I am here with another video for you guys on one of these old world materials. I did take a little detour from doing the Essence of Undeath. I know there's still a lot of hype around that and other materials that are needed for the items that are coming with the patch. But I thought I would do this one because it's one that's been sought after for a while. There's uh, not many farms you can really do to get this material. Now the material I'm talking about is the or not the essence, but the breath of wind. You do also get the essence of air. That's what I was about to say. But those, I mean, there's that one farm I covered in Dark Shore. The only problem with that one is it's really spread out. It's kind of hard to get it rolling sometimes. And I believe even with 8, I had to do some movement here and there to get it to work, which with WoW Open Box, you can't really do movement like you could with like hotkey. So yeah, needed something where you could sit still and it wasn't, all over the place and like Dark Shore is. And then about the only other place I know right now is the Solithus place with all the elementals there, but the only problem is they don't actually hyperspawn, so that creates a problem there. But I found one. It does hyperspawn. There is a little con to it though. There is a whirlwind that can throw you out of your spot and possibly kill you if it throws you into the wrong spot. So anyway, I did find a way to do it and to avoid this whirlwind. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the farm and see the setup, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Alright guys, so here we are at the farm, and as you see here, we are located in Desolace, right here in the center of the map, right up from where the like solo hyperspawn is, right where all those Naga are, right here along these cliffs. And you have, as you can see, my first 5-man group is like right here, almost going down that line there. And then on the other end is the 3-man group. Now, if you're actually doing this with a 5-man group of like live people, and you have another group that you just have sitting like potatoes, you might want to put like actually the main group here in the center, just because the potatoes on the end cannot reach because of how far it is, the loot on each other end, if that makes sense. So they're out of the range for those items. So putting everybody in the center, you might get better loot just because you can possibly loot everything with everybody. But then again, I mean, this one's pretty far off from where you would have this one too, so it may not make a difference really. But anyway, as far as the locations, which I'm going to point out each one of the spots for you guys, and actually let me pull up the coordinates here so you guys can see it. But yeah, I'm going to do that because it is very dangerous here with these whirlwinds that go around. There's a couple of them, and if you're not in the right spot, it will actually hit you, knock you out of your spot, possibly even kill you if you get knocked over the cliffs here to where that Naga spot is I was talking about with the solo hyperspawn. So let's go to the first spot, and the first spot's right up here where Diamond is, and you'll see it's right down here at the very bottom of the farm on the map. And you want this one right here exactly, and it is 4754.53 basically. Basically right here on this hill here. And then for the next one, and they're killing all these mobs, even this one that patrols. Sometimes you miss it a little bit because it patrols, but this is a safe spot, so it's better to be safe than hitting everybody. Of course, we might put them here in the center if it wasn't for the whirlwind. And then this one, I actually started off with them right down here, but the whirlwind hits you. So over here now, and this one on green is at 4650.65 basically. And this is a safe spot as well. And you hit one back here. You also hit these two mobs there. And then you have your next one up here where moon is, and it's right here where 44.73 and 48.95. Right here as you come up the hill, kind of take a turn here, and you're hitting that mob right there. I think sometimes that mob, and then there's one over there. And then you've got this spot where this potato was, which is at 45.47. And they are hitting that mob, and I think and there should be another one. Maybe this one when it patrols over. But yeah, I actually had them up here a little bit, and then they actually were getting hit by the whirlwind too. So, like I said, it takes some tweaking to get it. It took some tweaking to get it right. But if you guys follow these coordinates, you should be good as long as you put everybody in the exact same spots I have them. You will not get hit by that tornado, whirlwind, whatever you want to call it. The last one in the first group is here at 45.15 and 45.18, right here, and they're hitting this mob, and that mob right there. And that is it. Like I said, the ones on the ends, diamond and circle, cannot hit on the other ends, cannot pick up loot. Square also misses one loot pile up there by diamond, but other than that, they can loot everything. So pretty much the other three spots are good. And then we got our next group, which is the 3-man group. You got one up here where Star is, and they are right here in this little used to be river kind of thing, right in front of this little plateau. And it's going to be 44.83, 42, 80, 21, and they're killing those two mobs and also some back here. Then you have your next one, which is where X is, and this is again the other 3-man group, and they are here at 46.92 and 40.44. Basically lined it up in front of this mob right here, because actually I did have them sitting behind the mob at first, and you would get hit by the whirlwind. So safe spot is right here, which actually you see is coming by now. That's why he was getting hit. So it's right here, and you hit that mob, and then there's another one over there that you hit with this one. And your last one is here where Skull is, and that is going to be at 49.41 and 39.72. And I tried multiple spots with this one. Is basically line them up with the grass line here, right here on the edge, and they're killing that mob. Even sometimes that one when it patrols close enough. This one, and there's another one I think patrols by and goes down there that they kill as well. So like 4 mobs on that one. So yeah, guys, just make sure you put your potatoes in those exact spots and you'll be safe with no issues. Alright guys, so here we are at the clip. I did speed it up so that way you guys don't have to sit here for like a whole 5 minutes and wait for me to do all this killing and looting and everything. But I did want to do 2 loot phases just so you had plenty of time to see that none of my potatoes are actually being hit by the tornadoes or whirlwinds or whatever you want to call them. And yeah, you can see, I mean, the spawns are pretty good. I mean, everything's respawning. I know it's sped up, so it might seem like it's faster, but no, I mean, it's still, you see there's constant respawns, and nobody gets hit. That's the biggest part, is nobody gets hit. As long as you can get these spots down and get everybody in the right spot, you are safe. You'll be able to hyperspawn these mobs and get yourself a decent amount of loot as far as these materials go anyway. But as far as everything else goes, we'll take a look at the loot here in just a second after the clip finishes, and you guys can see what I got. Alright guys, now that we are back after seeing the clip, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Let's go and take a look at the loot. So like I said, the biggest part of this farm is actually farming for, I hit the wrong button, the Breath of Wind, which you see we got 50 on this potato right here. You also get the elemental air. Not too much value with that, but we did get 55, so we're actually getting more of the elemental air than we are the Breath of Wind. Not by much though. And then you even get the essence of air, which is not as good, but still is at least better than the elemental air, at about 31 region value, 31 gold. And then of course this the Breath of Wind is at 158. Didn't get any transmog on this potato, other than, well, one low value piece, wicked chain. So yes, do see the wicked chain pieces drop in, century pieces, stuff like that. Didn't get that much of it, but so a lot of that like popular like stone talon mountain farm, you know, transmog, I guess, is, you know, dropping from these mobs. It's just not as much. But then again, we are also getting the Breath of Wind material. Um, so yeah, it's just a way to maybe, you know, kill two birds with one stone. You're not gonna get as much as you would from doing the Stone Talon Mountain Farm, but you will, you know, also get that material. So let's go ahead and take a look at a couple more of these potatoes and see, because there was one nice piece we got. It wasn't on this one, and then we got 39 of the Breath of Winds on this potato, and it wasn't on this one either. Another just low value piece here, 35 Breath of Wind. Don't know why my first potato got so much compared to the others, because everybody else is averaging about 30, it looks like. um and then this one, this is the one we did get a nice piece, and we got the, again, a wicked chain piece, the wicked chain cloak, at 137,000 region value. So yeah, you know, of course, the pants are really nice for the wicked chain set as well. Don't Didn't see those, but we did at least get the cloak. We did also get a century piece. That's why I mentioned that piece. And there was another piece we also got. Century Surcoat. So we got that piece. It is low value, as I've, you know, upped my threshold on everything. And that's, you know, I'm keeping a lot less low value stuff now. I mentioned that during stream last time. Actually, anything below 5,000, I'm vendoring it. So yeah, there's not much I'm keeping anymore. I'm tired of posting all that low value stuff. I just don't have time to do it. So yeah, we and then caller. So I'm guessing I didn't actually see any of the actual pieces as far as, you know, like, you know, chest or pants or anything, but we did get the rain collars offhand here. And then there was one other piece I wanted to show you guys that we got. Let's see, it must have been on one of these potatoes right here. So we also even got a saltstone piece, the saltstone belt. So I don't know if the pants and stuff will drop out here, but we did at least get the belt. So a little something else. As you see, no epics, no high value rares or anything. Doesn't mean that that stuff may not drop out here, but we just didn't see it. But then again, you know, we did get a lot of this material, and if you're wondering exactly how many Breath of Winds we got, I did add them all up, and it's not going to let me show you guys the calculator, unfortunately, because of my whole little issue. Which, if you've watched stream, you'll know how it is. It always wants to keep the window up front for whatever reason. But if I pull this down, you'll see we added up 285 Breath of Winds from doing this farm. So not bad for 1 hour. And you know, I'm guessing the essence of air is a little bit less, it seems like. So maybe I didn't add that up, but you're maybe looking at possibly around 200 for that. That's just a guess of mine. I'm seeing them like 28, 20 something each one. But it's just a little extra value. It's kind of like when we're doing the golden pearls farm. You know, the golden pearls are what you're mainly after. You get those, and then the black pearls and stuff are just a little something extra. You know, elemental air too. You know, something a little bit extra. It's not that valuable. Only 7 gold for region value, but it is a little something extra to add into your value. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for the Breath of Wind farm out here in Desolace. Hopefully you guys liked the farm and decided to try it out. Would also love to see everybody on stream, and where you guys can actually join in and do it with me, or if you are struggling to get the positions down, I can, you know, possibly point them out a little bit better for you. I know there is that whirlwind of death. It might be, you know, a little bit of a struggle to get those spots. So yeah, if you are able to join me on stream and you have questions, make sure you shout them out so I can answer and try to help you out with that. But yeah, as long as you can pin down these spots, avoid that whirlwind, I think this is a really good spot for farming these breath of wind. And I know there's a lot of hype around all the materials for the patch that's coming out. But I thought it would be a good time to actually go ahead and do the breath of wind, just because, you know, it's a material that people have looked for in the past, and there's not really too many farms to actually go out there and get this. I mean, there is that Darkshore farm, which I covered a long time ago, which if you like, you can check it out. I'll put the link up at the top of the screen. But like I said, with that one, it is a good farm. I have liked doing it, but I do, if I remember correctly, you do have to do some movement, or it's just really hard to tweak it to get it to hyperspawn the whole time with only 8. Of course, in the past, I believe I've actually gotten a couple people to join in, so it wasn't as bad if you could possibly have like 10 people to do the farm. But other than that, it might be a little difficult to pull off with only 8 potatoes, because you can't move around with WoW open box like you could with hotkey. But anyway, guys, if you do like this content and you like this farm that I came out with today, make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss the next one, because I do plan on bringing a lot more videos. We're going to start doing the cleanouts again. I need to do a lockbox opening video at some point too, if you're interested in those. But again, just more farms coming. And possibly doing farms again where, you know, I do multiple hours of farms and just all kinds of good stuff for you guys, as now I'm getting back into the rotation of doing it. But yeah, hope to see you guys on stream and possibly joining in and doing these farms, maybe doing some lax with us, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Till then, see you guys next time.